Got some money to burn? We got a guy who can help. And if you play your cards right, you might come out ahead. Jane Wells, live in La La Land with the story. Morning, Jane.
Hey, Mark, pay attention. You may learn something. He's the son of a butcher, ended up going to Columbia, dreams of becoming a U.S. senator and convincing the Jewish community to become Republicans. Unusual guy? You can bet on it. Some say there's not much difference between Wall Street,
yes, it's Home Depot, 3964 Labs,
and Vegas. Wayne Allyn Root proves they're right.
You got a team that beat them twice.
Root is perhaps the leading sports handicapper in the country. He started young.
When I was 14, 15 years old, cleaned out every kid in my junior high school and high school. I grew up wanting to be Jimmy the Greek. I mean, that literally was my goal. And today I am the Jimmy the Greek of my generation, or as I call it, Wayne the Jew.
Here's Wall Street.
take them again, 250,000 shares, I'll take them.
Here's Wayne Street.
The open was 4.5, 6.5 now, when you say 7. Seven.
The Bond Pit. Wayne's Pit.
You got Seattle -4.
Each week, thousands of people pay this Ivy League Republican anywhere from $500 to $50,000 for a season to get his picks.
$100 million a weekend being bet on my advice, as much as $3 to $5 billion a year bet on my advice in all 3 seasons, football, basketball, and baseball.
It's worked. Root's made a ton of money. He lives in a country club where he plays the staid role of family man. Every day starts with 3 hours of workouts and meditation before he starts crunching numbers, holding meetings.
That's why I'm going with the Jets.
Making phone calls.
I don't think anybody respects him.
Then more meetings.
10 to 15, but 7-7-1 against the spread.
Picking everyone's brains about teams. He even has a TV show he likens to Lou Rukeyser covering sports.
We are Wall Street Week on steroids.
Of course, in sports betting, you're not necessarily betting on who wins outright. You're betting on the point spread. Say the Vegas odds makers believe Team A is going to beat Team B by 3 points. Now, if you bet on Team A, but they only win by 2, you lose the bet. Now, much like a stock, the closer you get to game time, more people may start betting on Team A, and that point spread will go from 3 to, say, 7. Perhaps this is now an overvalued bet. Wayne Root will short it by betting on Team B, which may still lose, but not by 7 points, meaning he wins. It's kind of like running a hedge fund. But over 5 years on his TV show, Root says his best picks have been right 64% of the time. His college picks this year beat the spread 71% of the time.
Got to play underdogs over the long term if you want to win money. You cannot win money with favorites.
Root's made a fortune on underdogs. Yeah, he could make money living in New York and playing Wall Street. But why?
It's no fun to bet on IBM, but it's fun to watch your investment sack the quarterback.
And the odds that he'll be leaving Las Vegas? 1,000,000 to 1.
Gambling, sunshine, beautiful women, incredible restaurants, and no taxes. How can you beat that?
I asked Wayne Root if he ever tells his clients they've got a gambling problem. No, he says it's not his place, but he provides links to help on his Winning Edge website and ads to for help on his TV show. And just as he hopes to one day become Republican senator from Nevada, Root also says one day online gambling will be legal in the U.S. It is everywhere else pretty much. He says despite the law, 70% mark of online bets globally come from the U.S.
All right, thank you very much, Jane Wells. It's a constant search for truth here on Squawk Box, and now it's that time of the day when we get some answers to what we've been squawking about.